Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. And the best part about today is Ali's just realised she needs to come up with something, and she's clearly forgotten.
I'm so sorry, man.
And we're live.
Our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Dana, a fighter with a heart of gold and a brain of turnip.
I, Frank Dana, arcane wizard, used to say,
Undra Vermes, a drowned necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to solve.
Well-behaved dwarves seldom make history.
Tish Dustine, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
I'm just a girl in the world. That's all that you let me be. 'Cause I'm just a girl, a rock gnome bard. So don't ever drop your guard. 'Cause I'm just a girl, I'm some kind of freak as they all stare at me. Oh, I really want some pie.
And Skold Gunvardsen, a warcleric of Rowan who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
Stå för din egen prövning och inte vad andra säger.
You stole an egg, you...
No, I didn't. No, you have to like provide your own hurdles or things.
Oh.
Yeah. And not what other people are saying.
So stand in your own way.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't let... Yes.
Like your own hurdles, tasks, or whatever difficulties, and not
Make them up yourself.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
no.
Cool.
Yes, cool.
Yes.
Now you join our group having 75% successfully made their way in to the city of Hawksmoor. A relatively thorough check of the gate to incoming groups. The two of you making your way, Tish and Undra, invisibly through the gate. Duncan managing to bluff his way quite effortlessly through as a salesman or a purchaser of holy fishing nets. And then we got to Marlin Woodmanson.
Marlin Woodsmanson.
I think that's what I just said.
It's just one W.
Who unfortunately piqued the interest of the guards and now finds himself sitting in a room.
Oh my god.
No windows within the barracks of this north gate of Hawksmoor, with Duncan out shopping, Undra and Tish eagerly awaiting some development. The door opens. A dwarf walks in, slams it behind him, a big beard, colours of the guard here in Hawksmoor. Hey laddie! So,
Hello.
you look a little bit too familiar for our liking to someone we're after. So what'd you say about that then? Ah, don't need to say anything, to be honest, we already made your mind up. So, this is where we're at. Can you please supply some form of identification to prove that you are who you say you are?
I can write my name.
Yeah, I can write your name too, doesn't mean I'm you.
All right.
Any letters, any mail, family picture
No.
of your woodcrafting family that I hear you come from a long line of...
Yes.
Yeah. Got nothing?
We don't really use paper.
No.
And like my parents can't write.
How have they run a business for so long then?
Well,
No, I don't care. See, we are looking for a group of individuals.
Well,
I didn't introduce myself. Where's my list of names?
as you can clearly see, I am not a group.
No, but
So
scenario. My name, by the way, is Gunter. Gunter Braveshield. I'm the North Sector Lieutenant here in Hawksmoor. Now,
I think
I didn't ask you to speak. You can be quiet for a minute. You'll have your turn. I like the sound of my own voice. Can you not tell?
Yes, I was gonna say you've missed your calling in the theatrics.
I didn't say you could speak yet.
Okay, well, please let me know when I can speak.
When I tell you can speak, is when you can speak. And don't answer that.
Okay.
So, if I were a cunning group of criminals, I wouldn't walk into a town as a group. I would split up. Because I'm clever like that. Us dwarves are real clever.
Yes. And also,
Again, didn't tell you how to
I am
speak.
not three dwarves in a trench coat either.
Zip! Zip it! Zip! Throw away the key. Zip it. Now, I would be inclined to let you go about your business. Because, we assume innocent until proven guilty. You see, my problem is that this band of reckless criminals are charged with a very serious case. Dereliction of a holy site. Theft of holy relics. One relic being such, I'm going to flick through some papers, a very wonderful looking warhammer fit for a god. Do you currently have a wonderful looking warhammer that will be considered fit for a god? And at the same time he asks that, he looks down at Volt and he looks at you and goes, you now can speak.
No.
And again, looks down at your hammer, looks back and goes, are you sure that's your final answer? Because that looks like quite a fancy warhammer there, sir.
That's my grandpappy's hammer.
Would you mind? I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, you need to buy me a drink first.
This is true. I was going to say, a man's hammer is very specific and should not be touched by other men unless invited to. So, but could you put it on the table? I'd like a little bit more of an inspection. Just to be clear, he points down at your warhammer and says, I'm talking about that, nothing else.
But also, it's just a plain old warhammer. We use this pointy bit to split wood, and then you can smash the hammer with another hammer.
Righto. Where did you, so you said your grandpappy
Yes.
gave you this hammer. Where did he get it from? Do you know?
No, he never told me.
Huh?
He probably got it from his... Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good, because to be honest, and I won't have to keep you too much longer, it's really lucky that we've actually got someone on their way here from the company who has filed the complaint. We've got an individual coming up who apparently funnily enough, can identify the people that did these heinous acts of destroying this sacred holy site and this thievery of holy relics. So I reckon maybe about another 30 minutes and they'll be here, and then obviously we'll get this all cleared up and you can be on your way with your grandpappy's hammer. And if they think you're a little bit too familiar, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, all right? Again, you can talk now.
Okay.
Good. Wonderful. Well, sit tight. Can I get you a drink of anything? I don't want to be unhospitable. Like, I'm talking water. That's pretty much it.
Well, I get that when I cross the bridge, so...
Oh, okay. Well, sit tight. We'll have this all cleared up. And, yeah, don't go anywhere. And then you kind of hear muffled voices talking outside, something about, stay here, don't let anyone else in, I'll be back pretty soon. Bloody hell, he looks just like him. And walks off.
What was the building made out of? Wood.
Looks like a wooden structure.
It looked like a really well-made wooden structure.
It does look flimsy, but it looks pretty well made. I mean, it's
And how many guards have we seen?
In the 15 to now 20 minutes, as you saunter back up in your wizardly robes, you've probably counted somewhere amongst 8 guards toing and froing from the building. You two did notice, and unfortunately you have you don't know the reasoning of this, but you saw a guard maybe a few minutes after Skold had been entered in. A guard came out. The only incident, kind of the strange detail, he hopped on a horse and then kind of cantered down through the main street.
Okay, so whoever's going to identify him is already in the village. They're going to go get them.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know who that was.
We didn't hear that conversation, or did we? So we don't really
And
know.
were we anywhere near to hear any of that?
You would have
No.
had to have been in the room, really.
Okay.
And it's not the kind of wooden building that you could stick the pointy end of your warhammer in and jimmy it open.
Well, let's... Can you?
When you take a short rest, do you regain any spell slots?
If you're a wizard, I believe you do.
Okay. All right.
So you're
I
sorted.
do.
Yep.
You ever like? Yeah, you know you can do your misty step type thing.
Yes.
Have you got something
It's
like
a
that?
reaction.
Have you got something like that you could do where you could misty step in there and then misty stepping back out?
Don't know. I think you can only bring smaller
Yeah.
creatures, maybe. Or
I didn't know if you had another spell a bit like that.
No,
There is one, I can't remember what it's called now. But maybe you have to be able to see.
no, the Misty Step is only self and it's a reaction.
reaction, not so much a problem, but
Okay.
yeah, it's you can, like, in open game you could cast it whenever you wanted to. But yeah, it's more the, I don't know if you can
It got
see where you're
through,
going.
or you have to be able to see
Yeah.
it anyway.
Yeah.
Can't you? Don't you have a spell for walking through or moving stuff you were going to use when we were with
Yeah,
higher
with stone or-
Yeah,
Stone.
stone, that's why I was
Oh.
the building was stone, but I'm looking up silence. See if I can use silence to
About
break.
30 minutes has gone now. There's no sign of Skold, nothing going on.
We've only got like 20 minutes
Yeah,
left of spell.
is there anything, you've got about half an hour left of your invisibility spell, but is there anything the three of you want to discuss?
Yeah.
Skold is pretty much at the moment
Yeah.
in a room on
Okay.
his own unless he comes up with
I
us.
do.
Yeah.
I just need to get it out there real quick and say I'm really sorry about Morris.
Oh, that's okay. He'll be back
Can we
later.
just can't do that? Because I found that quite traumatic.
Yes.
Thank you. And over to you.
Oh, so is these crates and stuff right outside? Is there like a trader there or something?
It's more like storage asset, yeah.
Okay.
It's more kind of storage, and there are traders over this side,
Okay.
and just seems a couple of barrels and crates and
Are there
wares.
any windows on that like wall?
This one, no. There's a couple of windows along this back bench here.
Okay.
Oh.
And what would be the possibility of having a peek through the windows without being spotted?
Well, you can have a peek through the windows. The being spotted comes kind of down to you, really.
Yeah. Oh, I just
Oh,
meant,
I can peek.
what I meant was, were there so many people about, don't even try, or it's something we think we might be able to get away with?
Depends how desperately you want to see in the windows. There's plenty of people around, but they're going about their business. The guards seem to be more that area around. But yeah, but as you just said, Andrew, you're invisible at the moment.
You're taller than me. You should have a look.
So I'll go and have a look.
But remember, he just said in the last episode he was in a room with no windows.
No.
But we don't know that, so we
Yeah.
He
can't.
might be
I will
wrong.
look in the windows and see if I can see him. If he's not visible there, then I've got him shut.
There are two windows you can kind of peek in, and you go across. They're higher up, but you look through the first one. It seems to be a room, a big open room. There's some desks, and then there's almost a direct line to the door that you can kind of see through to the other side. Kind of pretty much certain that it's like an entrance way or a kind of an entry room. You can see someone sitting behind a desk, and then briefly a corridor leading up to the other end. So it's quite a longer building. And then you make your way up, and then you get to another window, and this one has got a couple of bars on it. And as you look through, there seems to be a small room with an iron grate on the other side. Looks to be some form of a cell. But there are definitely bars running down the inside of the window.
And no sign of Skold.
Not in that room,
I
no.
cannot see. Okay. Then I'll come back and tell this to what I have seen.
So we just wait and see what happens then.
Or set it on fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should.
I was sort of hoping that our entry into the city could be a bit smoother than this without us starting a great big fight or
We've
going
got
in the city down.
quite a way to go, don't
Yeah.
we? We're not even in the troublesome bit yet.
No,
No.
we've not even got to the bit where we thought we might have
Really
trouble.
need to get to have a lie down.
Yeah.
About 40 minutes now or so.
Okay.
You're sitting there wondering, contemplating.
Yes, I'm contemplating my escape.
Wonderful. The
So,
voice in your head. Well, what are you going to do? Got some bright idea? Let's
yes,
hear it.
yes. So,
You take me, smash through the wall, we can run out.
I was thinking about that, but I didn't prepare my silence spell this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well-
So I've got a bright idea. So you're gonna like light up. So and I'm gonna leave you on the table here, and I'm gonna pretend that something came in and abducted me, and I'm gonna stand behind the door. And then when the guard comes in, I'm gonna knock him out.
Let me get this straight.
Yes.
You're gonna all this. I don't know. I get it. This is a great plan. I see only one flaw. It all rests on you. No. I'm gonna be good. Let's do this. I have faith in you. God help us, please. We can do this.
We don't need help because
We do because it's you. To be positive. We can do this.
All right.
Let's do this.
All
You tell me when, and I'll light up like a big city on a public holiday, whatever that is. Ding.
Can you make him look
Yes.
like that?
So I will like make this distraction for the guards. I'm gonna put him down, and he's gonna start lighting up, and I'm just gonna, oh, who are you? No, don't come and take my hammer off me! Oh no, ah! And then I'm gonna stand behind the door.
I'm so uncomfortable.
What are you doing in there?
Yes,
Pack it in.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Let me just get the stats back going.
Father Rowan, if you can hear us now.
Right. As the door opens, Volt is aglow,
Yeah.
sitting on the table.
Yes, all right. I have also my plan B. So I've actually got a smoke bomb in my inventory.
That's right. You picked it up. From someone
Yes. So that is my
else? Okay. Right.
go just in case.
Here we go. So the door opens. What the? Holy God! I need another name. Okay. Holly, come here a minute. Look at this. And this guard steps into the door. Where did he go? Quick! And at that point, he steps
Yeah.
past the door.
Yes.
In mid-sentence.
And now I'm gonna knock him out.
What with?
My big fist.
Okay, cool. So that's roll a d20, add your strength modifier and proficiency.
Yes. So that's gonna be a 23.
Really? What'd you roll? Like, I was not expecting that.
No.
And focusing everything on this, you're like, please don't fuck this up. He walks in, and you just backhand him like boom, and you just go. You hit him.
Yes.
Roll your damage.
It's 3 bludgeoning.
3 points of bludgeoning
Yep,
damage.
that's what it's just on my sheet. But now, as we're having 2 guards, I need to like swipe Volt up from the table and like throw him at the other guy.
Yep.
Like catch this.
Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to roll for initiative.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I was thinking about.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're thinking.
All right, good.
I know exactly what you're thinking.
Good. All right. Come
Ding
on.
dong.
Yeah. Come on. Boom. Shiba. Initial. So that's a 7 initiative. Are you not going to check what I rolled?
No, as you kind of like shoot this guy in the back of the head, and he just like grabs his head. He's like boom onto the table, and he just like ow, and then kind of stumbles to one side. You hear footsteps coming up the wall, but he turns around and looks at you. He just kind of like, what? I don't understand, and then starts to draw his sword. And I tell you what I'm going to do, because I like this. I'm going to let you have one more round against this guy, as you have got the momentum. And then, what are you doing? So he's against the table, and he looks to be drawing his sword out. What do you want to do, real quick?
I will, as I said, I will take Volt and try to like throw him at the other guy and like
The
just
other one's
run
not
out.
run in yet. So the minute it's just the 2 of you in the room.
Oh yeah.
You,
Well,
you can hear footsteps. So like.
yeah. All right. Well, I will just grab Volt and out the door, because I'm not trying to.
Yep,
I don't want to injure anyone or kill anyone.
I've already done that. You hightail it out the door. You run out of the door, and you're in this corridor. And right opposite you there are some iron cages, iron bar cages, and they seem to be completely encased iron bars, iron cages, set up against. One is up against a window, one is up against a brick wall, and they all seem to be empty, and the door's slightly ajar.
And there's
You've got a
no.
corridor running one way to an open door, and you can see this large opening space, which you kind of got a rough idea that's where you came from.
Yeah.
And then you've got another, the opposite direction seems to run up a corridor to a closed door.
All right. I will go towards the closed door,
Okay, cool.
and what I will do is behind me I will chuck my smoke bomb.
Yep, okay.
And I'm gonna bolt through the door. Hopefully it's open, otherwise I'm just gonna try and force my way through the door.
I'm going to say it's probably all of your movement to get to that door, up the corridor, so out of the room, up to the corridor. So you finish your turn at the door, hand going on it with Volt.
Yeah.
Smoke bomb,
Yeah.
and this very familiar kind of like just starts kind of gassing out, and you hear this now increased shouts of alarm and like, what's going on? I can't see it. And now outside there is a little bit of commotion and noise coming from inside the barracks chamber. So now they're going to go. You see someone emerge out of the mist, and it's obviously the guard that's been called, and he just steps out from the smoke and sees you at the end doorway. And he immediately walks up to the door and looks, and another individual runs into him, almost colliding at the same time, shoulder barging each other, and he's like, and he's got blood running down his head. He goes, where'd he go? There he is! And they both point at you. And probably the full movement for the second guard as he makes his way up to you, and I'd say the full movement for the other two, as now you have 2 guards pinning you against the door, both with swords out. And one of them's going to try and grapple you.
All right.
So you can make a strength or dexterity, acrobatics or athletics check against mine.
I'll do an athletics because it's strength based.
So I rolled a 13.
We've heard there's a commotion, have we?
Yeah.
All right, come on, good rolls. And I rolled another 6. Yay! So it's 8.
Oh. And you find one, he's like, no, puts his arms around you, and you are now grappled. And then the other one turns around, now a little blood pouring down his head. He's like, what, you think that was funny, do you? And he's just going to take his sword, he's going to take the butt of his sword and smack you around the head with it. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
That will hit because I don't have my shield up.
Yep. Okay. So we'll say that's just. So it's 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
From the kind of the butt of the sword. As he seems obviously not to be wanting to kill you,
Yeah.
but to just kind of put you down. And he looks at you and he's like, "Ugh. Now, I think we need to go back to our room, don't we? That's their go. You're up.
Could we get to do something?
What would you like to do?
Can I ask what Undra can see through the window?
Are you back there? Through the window leading into the kind of the guards room, you see now, you watch as they get one guard gets up from a desk and starts kind of moving quickly up the corridor, and then you see this dum, 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 and a smoke bomb just starts filling the room, and everyone starts kind of like choking and moving around. There's instant kind of commotion. What would you have done at that point?
How many guards were there?
Inside, you probably would have counted 4 inside, including the one that got up and ran away.
Whereabouts is the door? From where I am.
From where you are, you've got one looking through a window, one right opposite you, which is the one they took Skold in, and then there's another door kind of halfway down that room to the right. Sorry, I don't have a map for this, just doing it on the fly.
So is it is that other door going out the building, like out
It's
the, out the
going
back?
away from you to the other end of the building, but you haven't kind of gone that far up and around.
Question. So I am currently invisible. I am invisible at level 3.
Mhm.
This is the only slot I've got left. But it's just me. If I'm already invisible, I touch him. Can I make him invisible with me?
No. So you've already cast the spell, so.
You're on your own.
Right, I'm going to take my wizard hat and robe off because I don't want to burn that disguise straight away.
Yep.
And I'm going to leap through the window and try and help Skold.
The window, it's closed.
Oh, it's a glass.
Yeah, it's like a glass window. It's not open, unfortunately. So one
Doesn't
of the,
actually stop me.
it's a little bit higher up, so you're going to have to use those awesome jumping skills.
Oh, I'm very good at
Yes.
jumping through
And
windows.
kind of take a
Yes.
leap and a bound, and you just kind of like cannonball through the glass windows. Just make a dexterity. Just make an acrobatics check for me.
23.
Oh yeah, you bang on, dead center, and then roll through, kind of like land like and a forward roll, and then kind of come up, instantly surrounded by like fog. You can't see what's going on. You just like start coughing like. From what Undra said, there's a door going right and straight in front of you, but that's about all you know.
Okay.
Okay, and Tish.
Can I play?
Yep.
I would like to, since I'm still invisible. Is it only 2 horses in the courtyard?
Yep. There are wee ways over there. Yep. Just
If I
chilling out.
dashed to there and did them and freaked them out and caused a ruckus in that section,
Yeah, go for it.
That's
Yep,
what
no,
I'm
easy to
doing.
do.
Nice
Yep.
plan.
Yep,
yeah,
you
so
kind
I'm
of-
causing a restriction over there,
Yeah, yeah.
and
You pull out your rapier, and you're not attacking. You're just kind of soaring through.
Yeah,
Well,
just
you don't need
unhook.
undoing them. Kind of.
and make grrr, and I've got big horses.
Yeah, cool. And then
Yeah.
you give them a good slap and a
Yeah.
surge. Cool. Just make a quick dexterity saving throws. One of them just back kicks and bolts and
You know, I'm
horses
little,
everywhere.
it's only going to hit
It'll
me
be a
with
horse
stick
cock in the
like
face
normal.
again,
What am I
isn't
doing,
it?
dicks?
Dex saving throw. It's not a very high DC. Famous last word. Cool. Cool. You take 2 points of bludgeoning
Yeah,
damage
no,
from a
that's
kick in
cool.
the thigh as one of them bolts, and suddenly you see guards that were walking toward the commotion. They're like, "What's going? No!" And then just run over there again. And now there's just a little bit of like the guards that were at the gate are now stopping anyone else from coming through, and one of them comes inside to kind of grab. There's all sorts of commotion going on. You've definitely with that stopped any other guards for the moment going into the
Good.
the barracks. Sure. I will just say for the purpose of this, the 3 of you can just have your go there collectively.
Choice.
I will say I'm sorry. I will utter a divine word, and a burning radiance erupts from me as I'm using word of radiance.
Antibiotics and
Yes.
cream for that.
Yes. So
That's a cantrip, is that? No.
yeah, it's a cantrip. Yeah. And I will says, I will try to convince them that I'm not doing this. And I'm like, oh no, what are you doing, Hammer? With a -1 deception.
Okay, right.
So they need to take a Constitution saving throw, or they will take 2d6 of radiant damage.
So one of them got a 12, they both got 12s. So the constitution for the guards is 1, so it's 13 on each of
Yeah,
them.
that's a fail. So they take 2d6 radiant damage.
Okie dokie. So do you want to roll 2d6?
Yep, I can do that, and I hope that's enough for them to be shocked and let me go. That's 3 damage.
I just saw a run.
It could have been worse.
Yeah.
Not much.
I've tried to be positive.
Literally, just one.
Because I don't want to swing Volt at like these
No,
guards
no.
that haven't
No,
done
of
anything.
course
What
you
I would
wouldn't.
like you to do,
No.
first of all, is make a deception check.
Alright, come on. We're like
going down
triple advantage, so I get...
I will give you advantage on the deception check because of the light and what's
Yeah.
going on here, and
Please.
Right, so one's a 6, and the other's actually a 15. So
Yay.
that's 14 total.
cool. Good to know. And then with all that's going on, the one that's got you grappled, I'm just going to roll a d20, okay?
Yeah.
10 or less is going to let you go due to... actually, no, we'll do d20. Yeah, we'll do d20. I'll go 14 or less, he'll let you go.
Yep.
15 or more, he's just going to somehow manage to grasp and hold on to you even with all the commotion that's going on.
Yes.
You rolled a 6. So there's just a moment where you do all of this, and then you just feel the pressure around you just give for a little bit, enough that you think, I can get out of here. So you still got your movement.
Yes.
Free action to open the door, or try it.
Yep.
It is open. So make your way through the door,
Yes.
and
Let's close the door and see if there's got a latch on the other side.
open, close.
I'll use whatever of my movement I need to.
Okay,
to
I'll
do
say
this.
forgo any. When you go into this room, you slam the door
Yeah.
behind you, and you hear this go, "What's going on?" You're in a room, a couple of armchairs, or there's a dining table, and things like that. You kind of get the impression it's maybe a break room or a barracks room kind of thing. There is another door over in the far corner. So if you can imagine the buildings like this, there is a rear entrance over here. You can either use your movement to get to that entrance, or you look round and there is a latch on the door, low down. You can bolt the door if you wish. Up to you.
Yes, I will bolt the door
Bolt the door. Wonderful.
because I don't want to fight these guys.
You three. What you doing?
Okay, I've got my tinderbox, and I'm just gonna, because no one's looking at me, I'm just at the corner of the building, quickly strike it and start a wee fire, and then I'm gonna run, dash towards the market, waiting to become uninvisible. Boom.
We like fire.
Yeah. Oh, hey man, the building be on fire, help them man. That's when Joanna's gonna come out, man.
Did you just say that when you're invisible still?
No, when I come back from being,
Oh, yeah.
when I become visible.
Alright, so you strike a fire, you find a little bit of hay feed and so on, and you're like,
But because it's already smoke, and where's the
yeah,
smoke?
and then you run down, and suddenly out of nowhere, the old lady that can never quite remember where this weird Jamaican gnome came from,
Yeah,
and
man.
called Jana Man, and just like, fire, quick! And she kind of starts moving up slowly, and other people see this, the guards that have rushed in, and they're like, quick, get some water! They're not stopping it out.
I'm joining the water line,
Yeah, okay, cool.
just for a little bit.
You watch Duncan barrel through the window. Is there any... who wants to go first out of you two?
Well, I'll go first. So I'm just gonna run.
Just jumped into it.
I'm gonna run in the direction where the commotion was coming from,
Yep.
through the smoke.
I'd say you could probably hear... You hear... She'll go, I'm sorry, I don't want to do this! From over there somewhere. But it is quite thick and smoky now.
Well, I'm gonna run in that direction.
Yep. Full pelt.
Yes.
Full tip against... Yeah, hopefully the open doorway. Yep, okay, cool. That's fine. Roll a d20. We'll go 5 to 20. is good. Under 5 is bad.
Oh. I caught it, so it don't count. 1.
I'm coming, Charles! Boom, boom, boom.
Oh.
Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you run into the wall head first.
Into the wall.
Yeah, and then you
Okay.
realise as you do that, you come away, having used 10, maybe 5 feet of movement. The door frame is right there. You're like, yes. You take 1 step to the right. You carry on running up the corridor, a little bit dazed and confused, and you get nearly to the end of the corridor. And as you start coming out of the smoke, there are 2 guards at the end by this closed doorway. And what do you want to do? You've got your action still. Where's your movement?
What I want to do is do, like, you remember when we were at the circus? And we, I jumped into that door
Yes.
and it didn't open.
Oh,
I'm going to do the same, exactly the same as I did there, but this time it's going to open. So I'm just going to throw myself with a massive jump at the door.
cool. Make a strength check.
Don't fail me now, dice. You've done your 1. Now's the time for the 20. You can shine. Oh, that wasn't bad. 21.
And you jump and you barrel, and these 2 guards just look like, fuck, this day has gone nuts. And they both see you, and at the last minute, they just out of the way as you barrel into the door, shoulder first. And there's a tiny bit of give. And then the door splinters. And then there's a whole lot of give. Can you just please make a strength save? Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
As the door, just out of nowhere, barrels through and just sends you flying into the room.
Right, dexterity saving throw. 12.
Yep, you onto the floor, skid into the middle of the room, crashing into a couple of tables, and Duncan, you just barrel in and come to a standstill, kind of like on one knee, and there's Skold over here on the floor, like crumpled up against a table. The 2 guards are like, what the fuck is going in? And that's your go. That's your
And I shout, come on, Marlin Woodson, son. We're getting out of here.
Oh, what are you doing here, Frank?
Oh, far out. Okay, cool. Back to the guards go. They just walk in, and one of them they walk in, and one of them turns around and is like, "You get the dwarf. I'll get him." And they split, and one of them is going to attempt to grapple you, Duncan. That's a 7 plus that's an 8. So you make a strength or dexterity save check to combat that.
Yeah, 18.
18. So
Possibly more.
you kind of goes and you just bat his hands away like they're nothing. And then one comes up to you, Skold, with his sword drawn, and he points it at you and he's like, make another move and I'll stab you through the neck. And he's going to hold his action.
Yes.
It's now your go.
Oh no, whole person.
So what they say a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, I believe so. If it's a humanoid,
It is a humanoid.
see if this actually works. Because I don't think this hasn't worked.
Wisdom
Previous-
saving
No.
throw or be
Yeah.
This is the
paralysed for
time.
the duration.
Rolled a natural 17. Don't add anything.
Yeah, mine DC is 15.
Hands go up like this. He's like, you kind of feel something just, you're crafty. Told you not to do anything. And he just pushes the blade harder.
Yeah. My eyes go wide as I pretend to see something behind him.
Hello.
He's like, not gonna fall for that again. Stay there. That was their go. I'll say that's your go. No. So that was your go then, whole person.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
action.
Duncan, do you want to do anything?
Have you got movement? You're not running?
What are you doing?
Are you trying to? Right.
Or bonus action and movement if you want.
Can't do.
What were the exits from this room? Were there windows to the outside or?
There seems to be one door just across the way from you, and another small window over by the wall, but it's like a narrow slit window higher up. But the door seems the obvious place to go. And it's fair to say at this point as well, there's more noise coming down the corridor, more footsteps. People have kind of gotten over the go, and you kind of hear at least 2 more sets of kind of heavy footprints, heavy footsteps coming down.
Yeah. So I haven't done an attack, so I can't really do anything. I just... and if movie is going to stab me in the neck, which is not great.
Okay, so you can stay there?
Yeah.
Okay, Duncan, you'll go then.
Can I shove the one who's got his sword on shoulder? Just shove him out of the way. Can I do a shove? There is a shove attack or something like that, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a shove attack. So the one against Skold.
Yeah, the one who's got his sword against Skold.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's one against you, but he's not got his weapon drawn, so it's trying to scrap you. So, go for
it. So what's that? Strength and competition thing, is it?
Shove attack, I believe it is. I think it's a bit like a grapple check. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Don't use shoving nearly enough.
It's not on your DM's card thing.
Sometimes you take longer looking for it on there. Moving creature, shoving creature, using the attack action, make a special melee attack to either knock it prone or push it away. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces just one of them. So if you have 2 attacks still. You making an attack roll, you make a strength check contested by a strength or dexterity check. So, and then you can push him 5 feet away from you or knock him prone. So what did you roll?
23.
Nope, rolled a 16 plus 1.
I'll knock him prone then.
Knock him prone, because suddenly you've got this like guard there and suddenly he just goes whoof, onto the floor next to you. No, he manages to keep hold of his sword as it kind of like slams on the ground. Got your movement still, Duncan?
Right, I'm going to run for the door.
Run for the door.
And
It doesn't take you full movement to get there. As a free action, you try the door and it is unlocked.
Cool. Let's just go through it.
You open the door. You probably get about another 10 feet out of the door, and there's some people around. You're at a kind of a part of the corridor, the building. The building leads around to where you went in the window, or you can go back around. Or there's buildings in front and other laneways that you're not familiar with. So
am I outside now?
you're outside.
Which bit? Whereabouts on that?
You'd be that end of the building.
That end.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Short. It's back to the top.
And I just shout, "Follow me, Marlin Woodsman's son."
What are you two doing?
I've been supporting.
Oh, you're in the water gang.
Yeah, just supporting everybody, and then I'm like, cool, and move a little bit to the side.
Done.
Yeah.
Fair to say you hear kind of a coming from, and then you would hear Duncan's voice and stuff coming up the far end of the building.
Have you got any invisibilities left?
I was going to alter self
Oh.
to be a little old lady.
Oh,
Not with blue skin.
No, okay.
Who's quite smelly.
Yeah.
Very smelly.
Toilet
And
paper?
yeah, bit of toilet roll,
I miss
bit of blood dribbling off it.
Ew.
No, maybe leave that bit up. So I've made my way around to the door.
To where Duncan's coming out of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of circumnavigate the building. You see Duncan bowl through the door, turn around, follow me, Woody Woodpecker. And anything you would like to do, so you've got around there with plenty of movement.
Are they coming after him?
Well, not yet, no one else has followed Duncan.
Okay,
So,
okay. So, they're running. No, I'm just going to hang around to see if they come after them, and then I'm going to hold them up a little bit.
Okay. You see from your vantage point, you see looking up where Undra is, this crick old little lady wandering up this long side of the building. Oh,
Do I
you
know?
would have dropped invisibility, so you didn't know. You just
Yes.
that's all you see. You're kind of looking around. You don't know where Endura is. Duncan's bowed into the building. You've gone off to make a distraction. You've come back, and you can now see this old lady in this alleyway, and then all sorts of noise going on, and you're over here on your own. Okay. The guards will turn around, and one of them is going to use his movement to get up. He's just like, oh, fuck me, becoming a pain. And both of them, he's going to do the same thing as he steps towards you as he's getting up. One of them holds his sword in front of him, and the other one is going to try and grapple you. Okay?
Oh.
So make a strength check or a dexterity check.
The strength
I
check.
thought you were both out of the building.
No,
That's a 10.
Okay? And he puts his arms around you, and at the last minute, you manage to just shove him and break through. You got your movement and your action.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? As the other one's like, you move or I'll cut you!
Well, I'm gonna use everything to dash.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm hoping that the other guy will be give me a bit of protection.
So that's going to be a 12 to hit as you walk out and move out of one of his range. He said he was holding that guy's attack. And he's just like, as you dart now and just bolt for the door, he just lunges at you and you kind of feel and hear this kind of like from this blade up by your ear.
Yeah.
And he turns around, he goes, get him! Quick, Harley, get him! As you bolt out of the door, you see Duncan right in front of you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run like full tilt.
So you're out. What the three of you, where are you looking to run to? Which direction?
Away.
I would like to go that way, but I've got a smoke bomb as well, so I'm just going to drop that at the door,
Okay.
at the doorway, just to try and create a bit of confusion, and then just run that way, and then as soon as we can, we'll pretend to look normal. And while I'm running, I'm going to put my magic hat and my cape on, just so I look different.
No, yeah, I think we should weave through. I'll weave through the market.
So you kind of drop this bomb, smoke starts bellowing out. The three of you, you're kind of hobbling along in your old woman disguise. You're kind of like hopping into this. You watch Duncan like he's putting this like bright blue cape on and this wizard hat on his head and chuckling to himself. Just running down. You bolt down the main street and there's all sorts of kind of whistles going on and stuff.
I know that this place has got a very good infrastructure, so I'm gonna try and find my way into the infrastructure part underneath the ground where everything
Is
is.
that it?
That's a
Is
good
that the
idea.
drinks?
Make a perception check.
Oh, is this
Oh, this is actually something I'm good at.
This will be stinky.
Oh, that's a good
Is
idea.
No.
But does he say that to me and say we need to like get into the sewers?
So I roll a 4, so that's an 11.
You see Shoulder looking around,
Yeah.
nodding his head. Like he's looking his head as if he's looking for something, Duncan.
What you doing?
I'm looking
Marvin.
for a hole.
Now's not the time for that. We need to get out of here.
Like to hide in.
Oh,
You know, like this hero I heard of, Donut. He hide in a hole for demons.
oh. I've got no idea what you're talking about, but I'm going to look for the sewers.
Yeah.
21.
As you're bolting down the street, you do notice a small alleyway, and you kind of like skid to a halt, and there's a kind of an alleyway, and on the corner of one of the buildings there seems to be a grate in the floor. You just kind of, it kind of caught your eye as the fact there's no barrels or crates or anything in this particular area. This seems to be clear. And as you kind of come to a halt, you skid back and run up to it, and a number of horses are galloping past you up to the barracks. On one of them is a guardsman, and on the other is a small halfling, little cape flittering in the wind. Go up to the grate.
Did we recognise him?
They
Or her?
went by pretty quick.
Oh, okay. Was it him or her?
Halfling is a her.
It's her. Oh, was it Melody the stripper accountant?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Oh, is it the other one? Mercedes. What is her name?
Melody.
not
No,
Melody.
Oh, the other one.
You
There's
recall that
another
there
one,
was a halfling in the chamber where you went through to Rowan's land because you tried to take them with you.
Oh, that's
and
right.
It didn't quite work for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, when we
Yes.
broke through the magic barrier, they wouldn't come. I tried to tug them with us.
Do you want me? Carry
You
on.
get to the sewer grate. You get to this grate in the floor.
Oh yeah, can I lift it up?
Yeah, make a strength check for me.
Can I help?
Skold, help me with
Yes,
this
you can.
crate.
Yeah, either one of you roll with advantage or both roll.
Well, I got 19, so I'm going to go with that. So that's a 22.
Oh yeah, easy. And you both do it. Kind of lift it up, put it on there, and you see this very kind of like these stones cut into the wall, just as a makeshift ladder arm going down into the darkness, and it's kind of like a bit of a smell, and it's not very nice. But
No.
you hightail again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one by one, down.
No,
then
I'll just jump.
jump.
Oh.
And we pull the grate off.
As you go down 15 feet, you kind of like hit the floor, and then after about 5 feet of falling, do you do anything to stop or slow yourself down? Do you realise this is probably a bigger jump than what you thought?
Or I'll just pull the axes against the walls and just like try to get.
Like kind of like a mini Wolverine. You get down, slows you enough, and you kind of jump to the side and step out of the way as the others start to pile down. Who's the last one down?
Suppose it's the old lady, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Shut the grate.
Yes. Because I am strong. What
is
would
it-
you like me to roll?
The way Duncan has left it, it's kind of leaning up against the building, so it's an easier pull down. But just make a strength check with advantage.
It had better be.
It's not Reed, Morel, and Mary on the horses. Damn it! All right, keep going. Try.
Might not know what her name.
14.
Yeah, it was an easy mistake. It's literally just like pulling it down on top of you, and you climb down, and as the four of you just kind of hold your breath for a minute,
Because it's stinks.
Doc-
just to let one, because it smells, and
I've got Marlin, but where's Skold?
Oh, darling.
And who are you?
Oh, I am Frank, Dana, Arcane Wizard.
Oh, we need a wizard so I can teleport us out of here.
Yeah, I don't really do that. I just take things from the axes still.
2
The-
minutes go
the-
by.
Yeah, I'm gonna whisper to them, but I'm not gonna whisper.
Of course.
So they found out who I was, and they had someone from the mining company that was gonna come and that could identify me. And
I found out you were Marlin.
no, they found out that I looked like this guy, this handsome Northman
Oh,
called Skold, I think, or something. Yeah,
oh, like our Skold.
yeah. And they're gonna have someone from the mining company
This
here.
being different people is all very confusing.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
Yeah.
and they thought I was a group of people as well.
Okay. And they had someone from the mining company who
Yeah.
come and look at you.
Yeah,
Oh, good job you escaped then, eh?
yeah, but we might wanna figure out who that is and maybe abduct that person.
What a great solution.
Yes.
Or we could just try not to be spotted by anyone else.
Yeah,
perhaps.
because I don't think I can be in this town.
No. Because they'll
Unless,
be looking for you and Marlin now, won't they?
Yeah,
unless we really, really beat him to a pulp so he's unrecognizable.
no, like that.
I mean, I think we should give it a go.
No, they saw through the disguise, so you can't hide these looks, unfortunately.
No.
Give
There
it
must
a really good go.
there must be something magical about them. These cheekbones.
Yeah. I think when he's
Totally.
asleep, ponytail with the axe. I think.
But then all my power goes away.
I could use those fishy fingers.
Maybe you've been getting it wrong all this time. Maybe it's the ponytail that's taken all your power away, and when you lost it, you'd actually start like being a bit more powerful.
Don't you touch a hair on that woodsman's head.
Oh, okay.
There's commotion and noise coming from above you. You kind of now hear
We start trying to like
start
slowly
out of the way.
going along. But
and it kind of, it's what makes you do that, because you hear kind of voices like, "Look," you hear this like brusque voice, "Spread out, carnival on fire, we'll catch him in this district, come on." And it's that kind of the dwarf's voice, that Gunther, his gruff voice. His name's Gunther Braveshield. And with that, you kind of start making your way away from the light being cast down through this grate into the sewers, and you're walking along this this ledge in this kind of squarish tunnel with a small stream of water running through the centre of it lower down, with kind of rats and the occasional, I'm not quite sure what sign, kind of murking through the river or the water, and it doesn't seem to be any more than a foot deep. And as you make your way into the now darkening tunnel, with the kind of this dripping, this cool breeze, and this ever-present, slightly fetid stench of wastewater and who knows what, we will hold it there for the session.
Oh, smells like Lake Beale down here.
Oh! Yeah, man, you're so funny.
Oh, funny.
Oh, that was great. Thanks, everyone. Well, it's not gone entirely to plan, I don't think.
No.
Just for a change, like.
Yeah, you got it. You got what you
We got into town.
You got into town.
Yeah.
Done.
The most
Yeah.
long-winded way we possibly could.
We could have saved an entire episode if you just rolled one dice a little bit better. Anyway, we'll see you next week, everyone. Find out what on earth happens next. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.